Hi guys, that's here with part 2 of the retexture tutorial. In the last video I showed you how to make a very simple retexture. In this one I'm going to show you how to code it up and get it working in Arma 3. So back at our main part of our texture tutorial files, we have data and we have config. First thing we're going to do is go back into our data folder, open up Texture 2, and go to File, Open, and open up my _camo, which is the retexture we made in the last video. Then hit save as, and my camo.paa. Now it'll take a few seconds to work away. It's for me anyway, so we're just going to go back into our config, open that up. Don't worry about it's not responding. Now, up here we have at the very top class CFG patches, and then under that we have class my add-on. Now if you decide to rename the folder to whatever you want to call it, change class my add-on, and then my add-on is the folder name they're going to PBO later on. You're going to binarize to make an add-on. So here we have texture _ tutorial _ files. We're just going to quickly rename my add-on to that. It's just to keep everything nice and tidy. Now, scrolling down, doesn't matter about this bit here in the middle, we have class CFG vehicle classes, and this one allows you to make a sub-faction within the side that you decide. So, for example, under NATO you then have the FIA, you have the NATO infantry. You might make a new one, so you'd want, let's just say here, later on you're making a Marine Corps faction, or sub-faction, sorry. You would rename retextures to, let's just say, USMC. We're just going to leave it as USMC. And then my vehicle class, change vehicle class, or my vehicle class, to whatever you want to call it. But for now we'll just leave that as retexture. Now, going down, this is where we get kicking off. Anyway, we have class CFG vehicles, and then we have class my unit. We have the author, me. We have the vehicle class. Remember, see up here you have my vehicle class. Down here you have vehicle class equals my vehicle class. If you rename my vehicle class, make sure you do the same down here. Then we have uniform class. Tells the game what uniform you want the guy to wear. We have display name, call them whatever you want. And we have hidden selections camo, hidden selection textures, my add-on. So again, we're after changing the name of the folder, so we want texture files, and then my camo.paa. Now, going further down, we have a weapon box which has my retexture. And my retexture is the name of, guess what? The uniform. So we have class my retexture underneath class CFG weapons. Display name might kill uniform. Again, we're going to make sure you get everything padded correctly. Saves you a lot of headaches. Camo. Now, see down here you have class item info. This one here, uniform class. Okay. Now you see here we have my unit, and up here we have class my unit. Okay, so if you, whatever you call this guy, so if you change that to my rifleman, let's just say, down here you'd want to change that uniform class to equals my rifleman. Just make sure you do that. And then my retexture, class my retexture, is also found up here in uniform class. So just make sure everything is changed if you're going to decide to change anything. And you see here that again, class my retexture is also in the ammo box. We have item entry, my retexture, and there it is going to be 10. We don't want that, we'll just put in 1 for now. So save that. Double check everything. We have our CFG patches named correctly. We have our vehicle class. We have it written down here. That's fine. We have our texture padded correctly. Same thing down here. Everything looks good. So now, just exit out of that. Should be okay. Our camouflage is saved. It's in there. So we'll just close that down and fire up bin PBO. And texture 2 files. And make sure you cross your fingers that there's no errors that pop up. Looks good. Alright guys, so we've put our PBO file into an Arma 3 folder, an add-on folder that we want to load up. So we're just going to go to editor and go into Strategy, open up. Now, as you can see, we have the AAF action in blue form, which might sound a bit weird, but don't worry about it. It's just because of the way we made up our, as you can see, a faction retexture, or subclass retexture. I'm just gonna see what it looks like. Hey, it works. Okay, so he has some AAF gear on him, but that's alright. That's just because we're inheriting from the AAF rifleman and we're only changing his base uniform. So, just gonna open up. As you can see, we have display name my cool uniform. I'm gonna ditch all his other gear here. Just take a look at him. Spectator. Now, it's not the worst camouflage pattern I've ever put together. That's for sure. It's not too bad. Well, like I was saying, it's just a simple retexture tutorial. As you can see, he works. The ammo box works. There's a uniform in it, if you want to share it with your friends. Hope this was helpful, guys. I might be putting together a few more different tutorials for weapons, vehicles, that sort of thing. So, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.